And Councillor Lowe, the city's also considering plans to expand the Spruce Lake Industrial Park in Lorneville. That's another proposal that would remove green space and bring industry closer to residents. How would you propose striking a balance between maintaining quality of life for residents and supporting an industry that's important to the local economy?
Yeah, I'm on the Industrial Park Committee. That's very important, and I'm sure we're going to meet with the residents and discuss it. I mean, the word heavy is the problem, heavy industry. And that's the problem in Lorneville. And somehow that word has to be eliminated because there's no way a pulp mill and a refinery anything's going to be put into Lorneville. And a lot of the people in Lorneville, going back to the situation on the port, the fire, etc., and everybody thought, or many people thought, that we were planning to put that down in Lorneville. And that's what set everything afire down there, as far as I'm concerned.
So you're saying that's not, like, what is the proposal then?
No, the proposal is to do, we have to expand the industrial park based on the tax base, right? And we have to eliminate the word heavy. The word heavy is what has everybody scared or upset in Lorneville, and I can understand why. I understand that.
Okay. And so you think that there is a balance that can be reached between quality of life for people who live there and supporting industry?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I think that it'll work its way out. I mean, we have to respect. I mean, it's very similar, like Joe's saying. We got to respect the citizens, right? And, people say we're anti-Irving. Well, we agreed to tear the Brown House down in King Street East. We agreed on the Deborah Road situation. So the time I've been around, there's only been 3 applications from this Irving group. One was Elliott Row, which would give them the street to build a parking garage. The other was the house I just said they called the Brown House. And the other was the operation on Deborah Road. This council, or the other last council, voted for all those projects.
Okay. And then Councillor Killen, how would you propose striking that balance?
I think we just need to do that deep work to figure out, how can everyone live with these realities? Everybody knows we live in an industrial city. Like I said, it's hard to miss. So how is it that we can actually pull more out of industry to satisfy the folks that are having to live with it? Because there was a lot of talk from folks, and I think the mayor even brought this up, do you live next to the mill, Mr. Irving? No, of course you live in Rossick. So, a lot of people don't want to live next to industry. So what is it that industry has to do in order to satisfy that, as well as us as the governing body who's overseeing all of these things? So, right now I'm pleased that the city is working weekly or biweekly, I believe, with the residents of Lorneville to try to come up with some kind of, plan. Because I'm on the Industrial Park Board with Jerry as well. I know that jobs are important, industry is important, but there has to be a balance, and there has to be a lot more giving from industry than there is giving from the residents. The residents have given enough. The residents already pay a ton more tax than industry does. So that's just one piece.
And what would you say to those worries of what the industrial park might bring? A lot of people in Lorneville are very concerned about it. What would your message be to them?
I want to work with everybody here to figure out what it is you want to see. I mean, Lorneville has been, zoned for businesses. You go out there, there is certain amount of businesses out there that are okay with folks. So what are those businesses? What does the Industrial Park Board need to go look for in companies that can go and happily live sort of in that vicinity without it upsetting the natural landscape in the same kind of way that we're talking about? So there's way more work that needs to be done on that. I know people are upset that it's been called a priority, but I think it just means that we're just going to be making sure we're working through that process and not leaving it on the back burner.
Okay. Well, thank you to both of you for your time. We appreciate it.
For sure.
Thank you.
That was Ward 3 Councillor Jerry Lowe and Ward 1 Councillor Joanna Killen. We also requested an interview with J.D. Irving, but that company declined our request. What are your thoughts on the story? Let us know on our talkback line. The number is 506-632-7747. You can also send us an email at infoamstjohn@cbc.ca.